So for casinos, just like any other business these days, I mean, we only have to think of Facebook and the recent developments of how they use big data. Obviously, you want to know, as a business, you want to know your customers, you want to know their habits, what they are interested in, and in the case of casino, what kind of slot machines, what table games they want to play, what are their favorite restaurants, their food, etc., etc. So casinos, obviously, for starting with technical reasons, even before big data became a big thing in the world, collected all this data. So using them is kind of the obvious thing, to better serve your punters, better serve your customers, and the bottom line is always the question of generating more visits, making them come more often, and making them spend more time in the casino. So we use big data for that. Data is collected, obviously, as I just mentioned, going back in time, slot machines were collecting data, play data to start with for accounting reasons. And then when the first fidelity programs came into existence, people who put their little cards, little player reward card into the machine, were all of a sudden identified by their play, how often they play, how long they played on the machines, etc. So using the data that people generate in your slot machines playing on your table games, once again, interfacing the different systems of casino accounting, Fidelity Club, the micros maybe in the restaurants, etc. All this comes together into a very valuable database. Well, for casinos, obviously, the most important data is the play data of the customers, their habits playing on slot machines, playing on tables, which obviously means the most important part of the income of a casino. But obviously, they use data from the hotel, if there is a hotel or the casino is part of an integrated resort, the shopping outlets, the restaurants, all this data is collected and analyzed in a proper setting. Just like any data, the data is as good as the input of that data, obviously. In the case of slot machines, it's very, very easy, for example, because the machine obviously collects the data kind of itself once the player uses his or her card. In the case of table games, most of the time the data input is manual. So that comes in the question of the quality of this data. So obviously, once the human element is involved in the process, training becomes very, very, very important. So you have the way casinos train their table personnel to capture this data, to make sure that it's usable, and the same goes for the other outlets as well. Also, the education of your customers, education of the casino customers, making it worth their while using their cards so that you can collect more data about them. It is the same question of any kind of data gathering organization or data warehousing all over the world for all kinds of businesses. Basically, security is becoming more and more of an issue. I think lately there was quite a bit of news about a Las Vegas casino being hacked through the thermometers of its fish tank, basically the Internet of Things. And just like in any similar kind of setup, the criminals, so to speak, are always half a step ahead of the police. So casinos, just like any other company, have to heavily invest in their cyber security, in their data security more than anything. Well, that would be quite a bit of an advertisement now, wouldn't it? Yes, I have met quite a few of these suppliers. There are more and more, obviously, as big data is becoming more and more important. There are different kind of solutions, different approaches on how casinos can use big data with the help of different softwares. There is visual solutions which make it very, very easy for casino management, for example, even for laymen, to actually analyze big data. A lot of casinos employ, especially bigger ones, employ people, sometimes departments, for analyzing the data that they collect. Now, some of these softwares are aiming to make that process easy. And do you really want me to mention names? I think if you just include the general part, that there are a lot of solutions and different kind of approaches to how data is being used and how data is being analyzed and, more importantly, presented to the people who use that data. The people who are really interested in this kind of solution will be able to find it. And if somebody has questions, I can actually make personal recommendations. But I don't think it should go in a video or not even in the presentation. It's not going to be part of the presentation. Well, the presentation is going to be dedicated to big data, or the way casinos use or should use big data in today's world. And more or less the questions that you asked are very much to the core of the subject itself, to the presentation. And obviously, I'm trying to stress the importance of casinos using big data, using the data that they most possibly already have at their disposal for better serving their customers, and obviously at the end of the day making more money.